How's it going, everybody? I figured I'd do something a little bit different. My little brother plays a lot of OU Pokemon, and the person at the top is my little brother, and the guy at the bottom is a random opponent. But first, let's go into my brother's team. We have Bulky Leftovers, Skarmory, Bulky, Genesect, Workup Leftovers with Guts, Conkeldurr, mainly due to the fact that a lot of people like to use Toxic, and you can use it as a free switch into Toxic and get a free attack bonus off of it. Landorus as an offensive pivot, plus Landorus there is such a good poke. Choice Specs Magnezone, and Rotom-Mow, Choice Scarf. Now, normally you see this in NU, but I've seen my little brother use this to ridiculous effects. Now, my opponent, that's more likely than not Technician Breloom, Garchomp, which is going to be a massive threat, Starmie, which is probably his Rabbit Spinner, because Landorus is used for setting up Stealth Rocks, and plus it can lay a pound in himself. Probably Banded, Lucario, Bulky, Gastrodon, and probably Extreme Speed Arcanine. So let's get into the battle. So he leads off with the Breloom. He goes in with his Hernandez. Uses U-turn, switches into Skarmory as Sleep Fodder, perfectly predicted. And he's got Black Sludge, which he tells him later that it was a big mistake. So he goes for a Sword Stance. Skarmory's burning off Sleep Turns, and he immediately goes for the Brave Bird, takes some damage, but Breloom is now dead. That threat is gone. Now it goes in with Lucario, sets up a nasty plot, so soon enough he's probably going to go for a Focus Blast. No, he actually goes for Aura Spear, and since Skarmory didn't have a sturdy, he immediately dies. In comes Conkeldurr next, and surprisingly also packs the Psychic here, and down goes Conkeldurr. Now he's behind 5-3. Puts up, get the defense drops, immediately switches into Genesect, sponge up any kind of attacks, and he reveals that he has the Dark Pulse as well, and it's just not looking good whatsoever. And Genesect gets the meaningless burn here, and it looks like Lucario's planning on a complete sweep here. Gets -2 attack. Lucario does not overpredict and goes for the Dark Pulse, since Landorus Therian outspeeds his Lucario barely. He knocks him out with the Earthquake, which he immediately switches out because Starmie pops up. Magnezone comes in, and Magnezone takes 2 hits, okay. Immediately goes for the Volt Switch, which takes out Starmie, and leads him going to Rotom-Mow, surprisingly. And here's the thing about Rotom-Mow. Hidden Power Ice takes out Garchomp in one shot, which is very shocking. So in comes Arcanine. He's not going to stand for that battle. Immediately goes into his Landorus, who Arcanine gets the burn on. Now he's in a little bit of a scenario. He misses Toxic, preventing the switch. Arcanine, which he immediately sets up late game Stealth Rocks for God knows what reason. And in comes Gastrodon, which Gastrodon could very easily sweep the rest of his team. And that Stone Edge does nothing to Gastrodon. Stealth Rocks did a fair bit more. So he immediately goes for the U-turn. Puts out his Genesect as Death Fodder, which he uses the Scold on. Genesect takes it, and it's healed up like nothing. Goes for the Toxic, both of them, and Gastrodon hits his Toxic on Genesect. Very bad luck there. Genesect also hits his own Toxic, which Gastrodon immediately uses cover, predicting something else, maybe a Shadow Ball. And Jellicent is also packing the recover and takes that earth power like a champion. Gastrodon's at full health. Jellicent is going to be taking a lot more damage soon, so he immediately goes into Magnezone as death fodder, predicting the earth power. And down goes Magnezone. And this is a little bit. He's thinking, oh, I could take a hit from... No, he doesn't think he could take a hit from Rotom-O. Takes a lot of damage from the Stealth Rock and Spikes, which Rotom-O immediately shoots off a Leaf Storm. Doesn't do a lot. Switches into Landorus Therian, which he is just pretty much put in as death fodder. Now, he's down to his Jellicent and his Rotom-O. Arcanine goes for Thunder Fang, surprised because you could have easily just packed a... I'm not exactly sure if he gets Volt Tackle or not, but either way, switches into Rotom-O, predicting the Thunder Fang, which does absolutely nothing to Rotom-O. And Rotom-O finishes us off with Leaf Storm, and the only thing left is the Gastrodon, who's toxic. He's taking damage off Stealth Rocks. Immediately switches into Jellicent. Now, I kind of understand why he went to accept the Stealth Rocks from a while back, because Arcanine takes severe damage from both Stealth Rocks and Spikes. So that was a big time helper. Jellicent dies due to Toxic, and it is the game from here. Rotom-O immediately goes for Leaf Storm for the easy one-hit KO. I think even if he was at full health, the Rotom-O would have knocked out that Gastrodon 4 times weakness. You know, it would probably not have taken that hit too well. And I got a second game I want to show you, and we'll be right back. So the next battle we have here, same team being used, and we got a Sun team here, and you can tell that because of Ninetales. Got Jirachi, which is more of a parafletching Pokemon for the team. Jirachi's an absolute pain to just deal with in general. Hydreigon, which is an absolute boss, can be a major threat to the team if, you know, Conkeldurr doesn't go in there, him with a Mach Punch or two. Gliscor can be an absolute annoyance, especially the sub Poison Heal with the Sod and Sword Stance kind of setup. Tangrowth, I don't see a lot in OU. I think he's more of a RU poke than anything. Lots of bulk behind him, can wall a lot of water types, and he's probably got something like, I don't know, Solar Beam, something along those lines. And finally we have a Cloyster. Cloyster's actually pretty good, especially with the introduction of Shell Smash, which immediately can make him a big threat if he's packing the White Herb, which if you have a stash drop, it kicks off, it immediately erases those stash drops, and what Shell Smash does is it'll increase your special attack, your attack, and your speed by 2 stages, but reduces your defense and special defense by 2 stages, which is a big old trade-off. That's why a lot of people pack the White Herb on him. So let's just go into this battle. Forgot set to normal. So let it begin. He immediately opens up with Landorus Therian because he's predicting that Ninetales to immediately come out. Sets up Hypnosis. Immediately goes for the Earthquake because he figured Stealth Rock's not going to help after that. Immediately goes into Gliscor, who's packing the Ice Fang, and goes for the U-turn. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's damage nonetheless. Immediately goes into Rotom-O. A lot of people underestimate hidden power Ice against Pokes, and Gliscor gets knocked out no problem. He switches out Rotom-O to go into Jellicent to sponge up water attacks. Does the Toxic Spikes variant. So Jellicent immediately goes for the Shadow Ball. Tangrowth is just going to set up growth. He's going to get +2 attack, +2 special attack, so it's a setup Tangrowth. So he can sponge up attacks, plus Synthesis just immediately pulls him up full. He's getting greedy with this Genesect. Just going for Shadow Ball after Shadow Ball, even though Tangrowth is just sitting there setting up. He finally gets the special defense drop, and Tangrowth's just sitting there, just like, you gotta kill me already? And eventually that Toxic's just gonna rack up. And Giga Drain +3 immediately knocks out the Genesect. He took way too long to pull out that move just so he can kill it. And in comes Skarmory, goes for the Brave Bird. Doesn't take a lot of damage, but still, it's damage nonetheless. But Toxic ends up killing him, even though Leech Seed healed him up a fair bit. In comes Hydreigon, who is packing the Focus Blast, gets the special defense drop, and he's going to leave his Skarmory in here to die. He's going to get a Layer Spike set up, and down goes Skarmory. In comes Rotom-wash, which he's not affected by Toxic Spikes. He immediately drops Draco Meteor Rotom-wash just to get rid of him. And he's got the White Herb for some weird reason. In comes Conkeldurr, and just Mach punches away at Hydreigon. So what Cloyster did really did help in the long term, because he probably couldn't kill him from that range. And Jirachi immediately goes for Drain Punch, and Jirachi goes for Drain Punch. Conkeldurr returns to favor because he's slower, and Conkeldurr is just gonna start getting flinched to absolute death here, because Jirachi has an ability called Serene Grace, which means any special ability such as flinch or paralyze is more likely to happen than not. And he's figuring, okay, Conkeldurr's probably gonna die. Swing with the Mach Punch. Down goes Conkeldurr. Now he's gonna bring in his Landorus Therian. Again, is not affected by Toxic Spikes because of his part flying. Gets hit with the Iron Head, which does virtually nothing to him because he doesn't get flinch. Earthquake kills him. In comes Cloyster. Ice Shard destroys Landorus Therian. And last Pokemon left on both ends, Cloyster and Magneton, and he weirdly goes for the Rock Blast for God knows what reason. Because he figured, oh, he's dead anyway. And down goes Cloyster due to his Choice Specs T-Bolt, and that will be the game. Really weird set on that Hydreigon with White Herb. You know, it's just weird. I'm just wondering, does probably the only reason why he's packing is because of Draco Meteor, but you're left open to attacks after, you know, you drop that one Draco Meteor and you use up that item. I think there could have been a lot other different items that he could have used better, such as a Choice Specs, or he could have went with a different build. Well, that's our 2 games for today. I will see you all whenever. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. Let's just all have fun, play Pokemon, do what you want to do. And that just came out.